Good morning, you guys. It's been a while. I wanted to do this video this morning. Just bring a quick little message. I was typing it out on my Facebook, and then Spirit was like, girl, just make you a YouTube. So I'm like, right, make a YouTube. Of course, it is wake and bake hours. I've been up, had my tea and all that stuff. You guys, sorry. My name is Lisa Kidd. I am the owner of Glamtique Studio, which is a online boutique, apothecary, metaphysical glam boutique, right? We got all the sparkly shit. www.glamtiquestudio.com. I also am an intuitive life coach, tarot reader. So I got my cards here. I don't know if I'm really going to read or not, but I do have a message that I've been channeling this morning. So I do want to get that out. Like I said, we're waking and baking. Grab you guys some water, some tea, whatever you feel you need. I'm going to put this out because I want to go ahead and cleanse the air and just talk. You guys know I'm real here. So, like, yeah, whatever. Say what you want. If you don't like it, leave. But anyways, so we're going to go ahead and cleanse the air. We're going to invite our ancestors in. We're going to invite our spirit guides in. We're going to invite our angels, the divine. We're going to invite all of our spirit team and to be with us here as we're channeling today. We ask that you remove any negativity or any blocks or anything that's trying to get in our way from this message, from being put out or also received. We ask that only the ones that love us and for our highest good that are here with us now. We're going to go ahead and just cleanse the air a little bit, you guys. All right, let's get into this message, okay? Spirit is on some, Spirit been on some gangster shit recently, y'all, anyways, with just all the messages that's been delivering to me, period, with us. Like, I had made a video a while ago, where Spirit's just really on some, Spirit's just tired, wants us to get our shit together. It's time for us to do what we say we're gonna do. For the ones that's been working towards a common goal, it's time that we really put in that work, keep focused. That was the message that I got in the daily reading today, for us to just put our blinders on to anyone that's trying to question our authorities, trying to put us on some bullshit. Just put your blinders on, focus on your studies and what it is that you're building, okay? Keep moving forward. Pretty much. So it was very short and sweet. But Spirit afterwards also gave me a channeled message, and Spirit wants us to start depending on ourselves more. Okay? And what I mean by that is pour into yourselves before you pour into others. Think highly of yourself. And I'm not talking about in a haughty or a tacky way where I'm better than anyone, a super high egotistical way, the bad ego. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about someone that pours into themselves, pours into their studies, into their times and things like that, of that nature. That's what Spirit wants us to do. Case in point, Spirit is too many people are just running to their ancestors, running to magic, okay? Oh, I'm gonna do a spell for this. I'm gonna do a spell for this. People are, it's you don't want to think anymore. It's kind of like the new internet, right? Spirit just said it's like the new internet. People aren't wanting to think for themselves anymore, instead of just being oh, okay, this is what's happening now, or, this is what's happening, let me figure it out. No, it's, oh, let me get a love spell for that. It's everybody, every single person that's learning stuff is coming in, and it's, oh, let me do a money spell. Go to work. Okay? That's the spell you need. You need to get up off your ass and take your ass to work. Okay? It's not a spell. Sometimes it's not a hex. It's just you. Okay? That's what Spirit's saying right now. If you're having money issues, it might not be a money spell you need. You might need to get more active and put in the work. Okay? Finding your spirituality and finding magic is not a chance for you to get back at everyone that's done you wrong over the years, or every crush that you've had that, oh, I'm going to make him fall in love with me now. This is not a time for that, okay? Spirit is y'all is misusing this shit. Why do you think in the movies, magic is the last form of defense? How they show in the movies, it's always yeah, you're not ready to use your magic yet. Don't use your magic. No. And then the person uses it. Oh my God. Okay. The reason is because that's our last line of defense. Like sometimes you literally, look, Spirit says, sometimes you literally just have to go through the fire. You have to make the right decisions and the right choices and follow your own intuition and just keep climbing. Sometimes the fire, sometimes the storm that you're going through is what you're supposed to go through. Like you're not supposed to try to do a spell to alter that, okay? Sometimes that's where you're learning your lesson in your journey. I'm going to tell you guys honestly, and I'm not saying this to say anything or to say like, oh, you've got to wait 8 years, but I literally did not practice any spell work until about 8 years into my spiritual journey. And it's not because I wasn't attracted to spell work. Of course I was. But I knew that I needed to be grounded mentally so I can make the best decisions. You know, when you're doing magic, you need to be able to think in the future. You're not thinking just about this lifetime and this timeline. You need to be able to think about your next lifetime, the next timeline, your kids, your family members, how this could affect your neighbors, anything, okay? Depending on the spell work that you're doing. I'm sorry, you guys, when I channel, my nose always runs. But you guys need to think about like the future, okay? Also like, but yeah, like Spirit says, like when you get new ideas, when things, oh, and it is truth, okay? What I'm saying is truth. This this card that popped out, this Ace of Swords, is saying this is true, okay? When you get these new ideas and these new things planted in your head, though, sometimes you just got to go through. It's not meant for you to try to, like I said, do a spell and, oh, make this happen quickly. No, sometimes you need to just use your own intuition, okay? Your own mental, your own guide, okay? Some of you guys are high priestesses yourselves without the tarot deck, okay? Just like me. Like I'm sitting here, this was just a channel message that I'm getting, you know, because I've taken the time to tune in and tap in and meditate with my ancestors, so I get things. Right, Spirit says some of you guys are just lazy. You're stuck in your ways. You're stuck in... Listen, I'm sorry that Spirit is talking so gritty today, but I knew this message was going to be kind of harsh. But Spirit says, like, some of us are just lazy. Okay, we've gotten in our patterns of just looking things up on the phone. Like I said, the new Google, right? We've got used to just asking people with this 4 here, with this 3s, being able to just lean on other people, ask them, instead of going to look it up yourselves, you know? Like back in, when I was born, you know, like telling my age here, but listen, we had whole dictionaries. I had encyclopedias and dictionaries in my house. Like people used to be like, oh, you're rich, because, you know, my grandma could afford to get me a few sets of encyclopedias and dictionaries, but literally, that's... I had to go look shit up in the concordance and stuff, you know? Like, so this, everything at your fingertips, instant gratification, getting bored so quickly, you know? Oh, I want to be spiritual, but you don't want to put in the work. You don't want to study. You don't want to, like I said, practice the centering, practice the grounding, practice the shielding, because listen, that shit ain't easy. Yeah, it seems easy. You watch the meditations and stuff like that, but to really truly shield yourself strongly, it's not easy. Okay, so like that's like it's gonna take time. It's gonna take you doing it multiple times before you get it and understand. But yeah, Spirit says like we're not feeding our bodies the right things. Okay, we're not feeding our bodies. We're not watching the right things. We're not engaging and indulging in the right things. And that's why, look at here, like our purple is supposed to be so bright. You see that? It's supposed to be so bright. Our crown, it's supposed to be so bright. So many's is so dull. Okay, and it's because of the things that we're taking in. Okay, you know, the higher vibration of the things that you eat, the better it is for your mental, the better it is for your spirit. Okay, eating living things, it's a reason behind that. It's not just because, oh, people want to be stuck up and, oh, you should only eat fruit. I mean, at least I don't. And I'm not saying that people that say that are stuck up, like, I don't know how I'm saying it, you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is because I like meat. Okay, so I eat meat, keeping it real, I love meat, but spiritually, meat doesn't always agree with me. Every now and then Spirit's like, go have you a steak, girl. But on the regular, it doesn't agree with me, right? Because I can't have that much dead stuff in my body. I won't vibe as high. I won't be able to raise my vibrations in order to reach and connect with Spirit. Like it literally makes me sick in my sacral if I eat too much meat. repetitively, it'll start making me sick and just feeling down like in my sacral and my solar, and it really blows me up. So I have to cut cords in spirit. That's exactly what spirit wants you to do, is cut cords with a lot of things that you guys got going on. A lot of these past hates, these past hurts, okay? Because like I said, you guys will just jump into spell work, and the reason is because you're like, oh, I'm hurt. He hurt me. The thing is, if you're grounded though and stuff, you would look at it like a lot of times, like I look at stuff and I'll tell people shit like, well, they're just projecting, it's really just how they feel or whatever. Like, it has nothing to do with you. And they be looking at me like, bitch, like, what you mean it has nothing to do with me? It has nothing to do with you. No, but for real, like, what do you mean? But when you can look at stuff objectively and like really look at things from the other person's point of view, and plus I'm a Libra, so I'm always trying to view both sides and just keep the balance, but when you can put yourself in another person's shoes, you know that you've kind of grown and that you're growing, right? So that once you're going to start letting go of some of those things. This card also has a double meaning for me. This card is also telling us though to look to our ancestors. Okay, a lot of us, we're like I said, we're preaching all this shit, we're doing all this shit, but we're not really building up those relationships with our ancestors. Our ancestors are our first line. Okay, when you're praying to God, when you're praying to Saint Rita, when you're praying to, let me find a more popular one, Saint Expedite, Ganesha, when you're praying to these gods, these deities and these things, the energy is great. And I'm not talking bad, Pakpa Legba, Yemaya, Oshun. When you're praying to these deities, though, my main point is you're not the only one praying to these deities. Okay, it's so many people with needs and wants and wishes that are praying to these deities. That is why we have our ancestors. Our ancestors aren't there just to have our back. They're not there just to do what the fuck we want. No, our ancestors are our first line on the other side. Okay, once you get to the other side, our ancestors, that's our first line. These spirits so we can channel, those are our first lines. Because there's not 50 million people channeling your grandma. So use what you have. Really set up time to get with your ancestors. Set up an altar for them. The only rules I say for an ancestor altar, I can give you really short. Keep some water on there for them. If you can, get you some white candles, okay? Burn you a white candle. I normally just buy tea lights and do 1 tea light a day if you can. It don't have to be every day. But when you're sitting there with them and when you're speaking with them, the water, I would definitely keep you some water on your altar. And do not mix the living amongst the dead. And no salt. And that's because they're not going to come if there's salt there, okay? It's to keep energies away, so they're not going to come. So no salt. Those are the only rules that I have for you for your ancestors' altar. Besides that, have fun, personalize it, make it theirs. This is their home, so put things on there that they like. If you have some of their old jewelry, I have jewelry from mine, little trinkets, stuff that I had maybe given my mom, things that was given to me by my grandma. I was carrying one of my grandma's old purses one day and I found a red pen. She used to always keep red pens and peppermints in her purses, right, to go to church. And I found a red pen and a peppermint. So I have those, make it personal for yourself, okay? But it's time to start honoring your ancestors, okay, on this climb. And it's really it's time to do this yourselves, they say. They say, like, you want to take everyone with you, and this isn't the time. You cannot take everyone with you. You must go and walk this path alone, as they are going to walk it with you, okay? And while you're walking this path alone, once you get to your destination, then you could possibly come back and get them, okay? But you have to complete this cycle right here on your own. No one else can go with you. Yes, once it's completed, you can come back and you guys can celebrate together, So hopefully these friends are real friends and they will understand and they will be understanding of that. Like, hey, this is a mission that she's got to go on her own. And it's personal. Okay, it's personal. I just had a talk like that with one of my friends the other day. Like, listen, this is nothing against you. What I'm doing right now, in the past I might have fucked up and did some shit, but right now, this separation, okay, so Spirit's talking to me about separations because a lot of people are arguing with their mates and things right now also, right? I'm sorry, this reading is going on a whole different level, but a lot of people are arguing right now with their mates. And the reason is because, this is a time period of just miscommunication. I don't know exactly why. I'm not super good in astrology yet. Okay, yet, because I'm learning. But this is like a time where, and people are just being misunderstood by friends, family members, things like that of that nature, right? But the thing is like, we got to just explain to them, put it point blank period. Listen, this mission is personal. And you see that? Yeah, it's 3 arrows. I can go 3 different ways, but that one ladder with me being able to climb, it's me by myself. Me through the fire by myself. There's nothing anyone can help you with. There's not a spell you can do. You have to basically, you've got to align these 3 chakras, okay? You've got to get your lower chakras in order, your lower vibe self in order. You've got to get your basic needs, your confidence, your creativity, your personal power. Those are things that you've got to put into yourself, and you've got to build up yourself. No one else can do this with you. No one. And I've been getting the same message. So listen, you guys know, I always tell you guys, like, I'm super connected to the collective. No one can do this with you. Okay. For some of you guys are going to be traveling. I see travel. For some of you guys overseas, I'm feeling like probably like possibly like Paris, France. I'm feeling like overseas. A lot of you guys might be traveling here. For some reason, I'm feeling like larger cities. I just felt Chicago or New York. Some of you guys might do some traveling too. It's graduation season. Okay. Some of you guys might be graduating. I can't talk this morning. Some of you guys might be graduating also, or completing some type of course, getting a certificate, some type of studies that you guys have been doing, and you guys are moving on to the next level. So it's like, I got to put myself out here in this workforce now. Or it's just something that you've been working on, a project or something like that. You know, like I've been working on a project myself. So it's like, you've got to put those in. This card was upside down and we're going to take it because Spirit has really been giving this message that we need to just get into our spirituality. The way that we're going to build our confidence and make it through is not with spells. It's not with friends. It's not with doubting ourselves. No, it's by putting, like I said, building up our confidence, building up our savings, our personal needs, getting our plans in order. Okay, you did A, B, C. Now it's time for you to do X, Y, Z. Okay, so get everything in order. Get your spirituality in order. Come to peace. Spirit just said, come to peace with your past. Come to peace with things that have been really kind of like screwing you over, I guess, mentally, really fucking with you kind of, right? Get at peace with things, because where you're going, Spirit says like you're going to the finish line right here. This reminds me of the Olympics. Where you're going, you can't take this type of struggle and fight with you. Okay. You can't take this type of struggle and fight with you. You can't take these types of lazy habits with you. They're not going to get you to where you need to go. I've been giving a message a lot lately that we are the magician. Okay. The magician wasn't some like magical, like, you know, as it makes it seem, the magician, like, oh, and he has his tools. No, the magician was just like me and you, flesh and blood. He was just a man, a woman, whatever you associate with. I don't know. Anyways, he's man, woman, and energy. We're speaking energies when I speak, you know, but he had all the tools. He had his cup, so he had his emotional tools. He had his feelings, his hearts. You know, he had his wand, he had his fire, his creativity, he had his sword, his thoughts, his air. He had the ability to cut things off, you know, to banish things. He had his pentacle. He had his grounding, his earth, his finances, you know, his growth, his things that he was building physically in this world. Like he had all his tools. And he used them. Okay? He didn't just say, oh, I got magic, I can go do a spell. No. He used all his tools. He used all his elements of air, water, earth, fire. Okay? That's the magician, and that's what Spirit wants us to get into. And as we get into our spirituality, it's going to take us from these dark places we've been in. Our light will shine. It's going to boost our confidence, and we're going to reach this area where we're like enlightened, right? And we're so in tune with our spirituality, with the information and the downloads that'll be coming down into us. Because once we start focusing and eating and vibing right, you're going to be getting so many downloads, you guys. Okay, you're gonna start getting so many downloads that you're gonna feel more power than you could ever felt with just doing a simple spell that you're doubting in the first place. Why are you doubting it? Because your confidence isn't up. So most of you guys' spell works and manifestations, I'm feeling like haven't even been working anyways, because you've not been feeding yourself the right things and taking in the right things. So you don't even believe in the shit that you're doing for real. Like, you're doing the work, but it's like you don't really believe in it. Spirit said, except for the hateful ones, and that's just because it's fueled by hate. It's fueled by your ego. Those are a little bit easier to do, you know, get yourself mad and, hey, go do a spell, right? But are you doing it the right way? No. You're not. Some of you guys are dealing with a partner right now that's in your life that's really taking away some of your confidence. And the reason is because you guys are the star and that you're supposed to be the ones that's shining. And this person really throws, I feel, shade at you, right? With these shades he has on, I feel like sometimes this person throws shade at you and really be having you off your confidence. And that's what this is right here. Some of you guys are with mates that are just like unsuited for you as well, right? And they're throwing you off your confidence. Okay. Some of you guys need to use this energy and just have fun. All right. Like, where you believe again, like, that you're a rock star, even if it's like you're not fully there. Like, okay, I'm not the king of wands yet. Like, I don't have this full solid creativity. I don't really believe in myself, but I'm on my way there. I have something to do. I have a mission, right? And I'm going to do it. I'm going to perform. I'm going to be just as confident in it. So you can't let other people and other things and situations tear you down, because this is your show. Okay, this is your stage and you are the performer. This is what you're supposed to do. Like I said, so pour into yourself. That is our message today. Yes, build your personal power up. It's all about confidence right now. Spirit gave me a bath this morning to use, and I believe it'll be great for cleansing and just a great self-love bath and a booster. And what you're going to do is you're going to take a little bit of goat's milk and take some spring water. Okay, put you some spring water. In the spring water, you want to add some goat's milk until it's white. Okay, goat's milk is very cleansing. If you don't want to use goat's milk, you can use cow's milk. If you don't want to use cow's milk, you can also use coconut milk. Okay, those are the only three. And if not those three, the only other thing I will tell you that you can use, and I know this is going to sound weird, but I like to do this sometimes just because it's fun for me. I'll use whole fat yogurt. Okay, my friend hit me to that and I love it. Okay, but anyways, it just feels really good on your skin. But the way we do this is like you just mix it. So you're going to take some honey and some rose oil, okay? Honey, rose oil, goat's milk, and spring water. Bam. It's a beautiful cleanse. It's going to brighten you and sweeten you, okay? And just give you a little bit of confidence. So remember that. Honey, goat's milk, spring water, and rose oil, okay? And I just got that bath this morning during meditation, and it's gonna, goat's milk is very strong, right? So it's gonna help remove, and this bath is gonna just help illuminate your light, illuminate this love that you have for self, and your, and the honey is gonna just be sweet, okay? And it's just going to really illuminate your God and goddess energies, your solar energies, okay? It's a great bath to boost your personal power. Once your personal power is boosted, you see how purple you go back? Okay, so once you clear out all this yuck, all these negative ties to these people that are bringing you down anyways, you know, and that can't go with you on these next levels that you're going towards anyways. Once you clear out all these people, all these distractions and things like that you've been having, all these unnecessary cords and attachments that you've been holding onto and grudges that you've been holding onto, once you quit avoiding and get into your spirituality and into your ritual, you know, the Hierophant, he's like super religious. Like, this is like a priest we're talking about, somebody that's getting up daily, you know, getting into their rituals daily, doing their cleansing baths daily. Like, this is, you know, and I'm not going to say daily, but on schedule for you and your journey, right? I say daily because I do daily, because with my path and what I do and the people I come in touch with, I have to cleanse daily, right? So, and you'll know, you know, and I recommend healthcare workers, if you work with the public, like in a store, you know, and all day long, you're just in touch with people, I recommend that you cleanse daily. Okay, it's the people that maybe work from home, don't really deal with too many people, but even then, like, you might talk to people over the phone, those energies. I recommend a nice daily cleanse before bedtime. Okay, honestly, nice salt bath or whatever, before bedtime, not getting into bed with your outside clothes on, those types of energies and things before bedtime. Okay, but Spirit says that some of these things like that are losses are not losses. Okay, I feel like you feel like it's just like a lot of you guys are like to the point, or have been to the point of like a trigger warning, but like almost suicidal, okay? Where you've really felt like where you wanted to let go. And if anyone, this is just a message, call like the suicide hotline, call a friend, reach out to someone. Don't just like, if you're feeling down, just stay in that place by yourself. Seriously. Like if you're listening and you've heard this message this far and you just heard me say that, like seriously, get on the phone and call someone, because when you're in the thick of something, it always seems like the worst and the worst to you, right? But this situation is not what it seems. Okay. So you're going to heal from this, and you will move past this. Okay. And that's why this is in reverse. You will move past this if you haven't already. Right. So for the ones, and that's why I'm leaving that message. But when you're in the thick of shit, it's like, it feels the worst. Like, just like I'm sure in the past, you've been in the thick of some shit, and you felt at that moment, you probably felt like, damn, how the fuck am I going to get out of this? How am I going to move past this now? But if you're here listening to me today, you obviously did. Okay. So if you're here listening to me today, you obviously was able to move past it. So keep those types of thoughts in the forefront of your mind, right? It's just like, kids, like, you be like, damn, like little boy broke up with his girlfriend and he is just heartbroken and sad. And you're like, damn, but hey, that's the worst that he's ever been through in his life. That little girl broke his heart. That's the worst. That little girl stole his fruit snacks from the playground. That's the worst he'd have been through in his life as of yet. So, your last battle was the worst you had been through as of yet. And the next one will be the worst as of yet. So just keep that frame of mind. Like I said earlier, you might need to, some of these battles you're going to need to fight on yourself. But if you've been to this point of sorrow, the thing is, Spirit said, just let the things that have went down the drain, let them go. Okay. When you do this bath, release all that negativity. Okay. Spirit just said, when you do this bath, this is the time for you to really release. And some of you guys will need to do this bath for 3 days in a row. Okay, Spirit's recommending that, Spirit says just to do this bath for 3 days in a row. I'm going to repeat it one more time. That was rose oil, spring water, honey, like just a few drops. You don't want to be sticky, okay? Honey and the goat's milk, like just a few drops, just like I said, to illuminate. You don't want to be sticky. If you can use this, you can pour it in a basin and pour it over you and then rinse off with some cool water afterwards, or you can fill up a tub and just pour this in the tub, okay? But like I said, you don't want to be sticky afterwards. And just wash downward and wash away any of those negative things and that spirit, just to bring any positivity to you and things. And make sure that you watch that water like go down that drain, and symbolism that all that filth and dirt are being removed from you. All those negative things those things that people say to try to steal your shine, these ninjas, sorry guys, but these men that come around, these women that come around and have you feeling all proud of yourself, and then they do it just to knock you down. These narcissists, these Machiavelli, as like that do this shit just to knock you down. Throw all that shit down the drain, okay? Like I said, over these next 3 days, take this time to boost your power. Boost your own power. And some of you guys, you can do it for 4 days, 3 or 4 days, okay? And yeah, you're going to, like I said, after you do that, you should feel a lot better. You should start feeling the sun and start just seeing like the brighter days ahead, okay? So for some of you guys will just be going through this for a little while, but the sun is coming out, okay? Some of you guys, if you have children, look to your children for the light. Spirit says, like, like children will get you through shit. And this isn't Spirit saying this is me. Children will get you through shit, though, like that you never thought you could, right? Like, I'm sure you helped your parents get through stuff, and your kids can help you, okay? So lean on your children when you're going through things, because you're their hero. Okay, you are in their highest regard. And a lot of you guys, just to let you know, you are being divinely guided right now. Okay, Spirit says do not feel defeat when you have to fight for your peace. Don't let these distractions, these old cords, interrupt you. Some of you guys might need to do a cord clearing, a cord cutting. You might possibly want to get with a Reiki. If you can't do one yourselves, you can do it with a simple candle. You can do it mentally by literally imagining a cord being cut. If you're not strong enough to do those things, like I said, get with you like a Reiki or some sort of professional that does fixed work. Okay, but you really got to cut out like all interference. I'm feeling like a lot of this interference, I feel like with you and even in your relationship for some of you guys, it's really come from like outside sources and social media and friends and things like that, right? And it really has you feeling defeated, but don't. You are definitely in a battle for your peace, for your mind, and have to make some decisions that are based that for you moving forward, for protection of self, for protection of your like I said, your basic needs, your basic root, sacral and solar plexus needs, which would be your physical needs, your home, like I said, basic things, your family, your right now I feel like some of you guys are just in a battle protecting that, right? Protecting your family. Like I feel like the fire, I feel like a lot of Aries energy. I don't know if I feel like some of these fights might have started in April, Spirit saying, but I really feel like and for some of you it might have been back to February where some of this shit has been like started, right, with these twos here. But I feel like it's just been a fight, a constant battle for your peace. And that's why Spirit's like, why are you still trying to hold on? Let go. Like, it's to the point now, like, where it's like a state of emergency, right? The fire truck's there, shit's in blazes now, right? So it's not just fighting to protect your peace anymore. I feel like some of you guys might have kids that are in this battle as well, and that might be possibly why, but I feel like some of you guys really need to put up strong defenses, and that whether that be mental protection or whether that be physical protection around your properties and things like that at your home. Alarm systems, I'm feeling like for some of you guys, if you guys had a mate where you guys shared, yeah, you guys might really need to protect your home as well. And I'm not saying that to scare anyone, but I feel like some of these energies that they're not taking kindly to you leaving, right? They're not taking kindly to you leaving and going off on your own, and they're trying to cause some trouble for you. Like I said, they're definitely throwing shade your way and just trying to knock you down from your shine because they feel like they're defeated and like they've lost everything, right? Because for some of you guys, like I said, it's you. The ones that's watching this, these earth angels, it's you. You're the rock star, honestly. They were the false ones. You know, you're the sun. They were false. So it's like when you decide to really get on your shit and take your shit and walk yourself away, they're going to be quite upset, right? So when you decide to basically, like I said, use all your powers. And for some of you guys, you do need to I wouldn't say like use a spell like against the person, but definitely put up like strong protection. On my TikTok the other day, you can go back. I think it was it's the beginning of May. Anyways, I like May 1st, I think I did it Saturday. But anyways, I did one it was Saturday, May 1st. So I had did a protection spell really quick, very effective and protective. Effective. Sorry you guys, I can't talk. Protection spell though, so, and for removing negativity. So some of you guys might want to double up as you're doing these cleansing baths, and go ahead and do that. I like to double layer stuff sometimes, right? Some of you guys might want to in the protection spell, I tell you to use black salt. I'm going to give you guys the recipe here in this video. So how I make my black salt myself, I use a multitude of different things, but ultimately I usually use the ashes from my money that I burned for my ancestors. So I normally use those ashes specifically. Some plain salt, like sea salt, okay? Some plain sea salt. And also this one, because I was using it for protection to put around my house, I did actually add a little bit of red brick dust and also some dragon's blood and eggshell. Okay, and I crushed it up very finely, like you can use cascarilla or just eggshells. I crushed it up very finely. And that you can also use in the corners of your home. I would put it like on a little dish so you can take it and replace it every now and then. You can use that like in the four corners of your home. You can take some on the outside and use it as a barrier around your house. Pray over it. I would use Psalms 91. I use that a lot for like removing evil and just blocking negativity. So, but pray over it, and you can sprinkle that across your doorway, all types of different places. But it's a really powerful barrier for protection, okay? And I also add some other shit to mine, but I'll give y'all the basic version. Okay, so yeah, a lot of you guys, like I said, you guys just need to really be gentle with yourself. And Spirit says reach out to the right connections right now. As you're going through these healing things, like there are people that you have that you can reach out to, that you can connect with, right? That's not going to like tear you down. That's not going to distract you for your purpose. And that's literally going to just sit and have a cup of tea with you, have a cup of coffee with you, let you vent, and just, yeah, talk to you and be gentle with you, right? Like you need to be for yourself. And for some of you guys are going to be spending some time alone over the next 2 months. If you're single, I feel like some of you guys might actually have a love that's trying to come in right now that would actually be a very supportive partner for you and someone that you can also network with. It might be somebody that you actually meet in business. Okay, so, and that might be why Spirit's like, hey, you got to go off on this on your own and follow your goals, because you're going to meet somebody else, not even that person anymore. Okay, some of you guys, you might need to pour out your hearts right now. You might need to get into a little bit of therapy, you know, if you've been having issues. But for a lot of you guys, you're coming to a point where you're actually finally learning to like, I feel like you're learning to manage and cope, right? So the ones that's been avoiding though, if you've been avoiding, you have to get into your shadow work, okay? You have to heal. Going back into your shadows is not a bad thing. It's not tedious. It's not boring. Literally, like when you get upset at someone most of the time, like somebody say something, oh, that shoe's ugly, and you get super hurt and you're like, oh my God, like why is she so hurt over that? 9 times out of 10, it was a trigger for you. You know, it's because somebody told you that your big toe was ugly when you was 8 years old or something. I don't know. But that's just a small example. But seriously, like it's stuff like that. So you've really got to heal. And once you heal and do all this self-care on yourself, this is how you get your 9 of Pentacles. This is how you get to where you go. Yes, you've been dirty. You recognize the fact that you've gotten dirty, but you still have the confidence to put yourself out there and go play. Okay, because you do have all these riches that Spirit's wanting to give you and bless you with and bring in, but they can't give them to you in the situations that you're in right now. Okay, you literally have to go heal in order for you to get those. Okay, so heal, play, get out there again, put yourself out there again. Okay, start mastering your money. Spirit says, yes, master your feelings, master your emotions, do your healing work. Okay, yeah, do your healing work. Do your self-love, your spa days. You know, you don't have to go to a spa. Do them at home if you can't afford to, you know. But do those things to get yourself in the right frame of mind and to keep yourself grounded. Plan financially, Spirit just said. Okay? Most kindergarten teachers, Spirit just said, it's not what you have, it's what you do with it. Okay, once again, this goes back to the magician and your tools. It's not what you have, it's exactly what you do with it. So plan accordingly. All right, and I think I'm going to cut out here. I'm going to get one more card. Yeah, journal. Okay, so get you some rituals down. Get your rituals down. Like I said, don't just jump to magic for everything. Remember, the power is literally within you. You just have to get yourself balanced and start living in your authenticity, okay? Start journaling. For some of you guys, I feel like you guys are speakers. Some of you guys are teachers, social workers, and things like that. Whatever it is, like this is your calling, and these are things that you have to do, and you really need to put yourself out there so Spirit can give you these gains. Okay, you're building something right now that's going to last lifetimes, but you have to put in the work. And that was Spirit's message today. You have to put in the work. And when you're feeling unsure of yourself, like I said, just journal it out and don't let anybody point fingers at you either. Okay, every finger, remember, it's what, like 3 or 4 fingers right there, well, 3 fingers pointing right back at them. Don't let anybody point fingers. Don't worry about anything that anyone else is doing or somebody looking at you scrutinizingly. Don't worry about it. Keep living in your authenticity and watch how you blossom. All right, I appreciate you guys being here with me today. We're going to go ahead and just clear the air one more time before you guys leave. As we thank our ancestors, we're going to thank your ancestors, my ancestors of our highest regards that have been here with us. We're going to thank our spirit guides, the angels, and the divine for also joining in and letting us channel and get this beautiful message today. We're going to clear any negative energies that might be, it's not lighting. I need a torch, you guys, but it's not lighting. I appreciate you all for joining me. You can look at my products and things like that on glamteekstudio.com. Also, if you like this video, please comment, like, share, subscribe, all that good shit. Please, it helps me, okay? I'm not just begging. It really helps me. All right. Thank you.